Guys, I'm back. I am here today with a big Sephora haul. I have been really changing up my makeup routine, and a lot has changed with my makeup style the last couple of years since you've last seen makeup videos from me. And I wanted to make a video to share with you what I picked up because I'm pretty excited. Some of these things are new. I've never used them before, but some of them are from trusted brands that I've used for many years. So I'm excited to share with you. If you're interested, then keep watching. I'll start off with some of the skincare pieces and then work my way down to some general stuff that I picked up. So the first thing I'll start with is I picked up the Ordinary AHA BHA peeling solution. I've used this for many years now, but the last, I would say like 8 to 10 months, I ran out of my last one and I realized I missed it. It's such a good product, especially if you have hyperpigmentation on your face. It really saves you from spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars with facials, and I think it's a really good at-home solution for peeling and hyperpigmentation remedying. So I picked that up for my collection and it's pretty affordable and it's at Sephora now. The next thing that I picked up is a serum from Merit Beauty. Merit has really good packaging, but also this is definitely an influence product. I get really dry skin during the winter, and I know that I don't drink enough water. I'm really dehydrated most times, but I'll try to moisturize my skin. But I realized that if I'm wearing any foundation, whether it be a dewy foundation or anything, because my skin is so dry, it tends to look patchy sometimes, and can like look off on my skin. So as much as like the hydration I do, nothing has been working recently. So I picked up this instant glow serum from Merit. It's their mini version of this. I want to try it out. I did test it out on my hand and it feels like a watery, oily solution, but I still have to try it out a couple more days to see how it really does with my foundations, and give it a go. But I like some of Merit's products. I feel like it's really for that lightweight, natural makeup style. And I'm curious to see how this works out. Next thing that I got is the NARS foundation, and this is the Natural Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade Tahoe. I have used almost like every NARS foundation out there. I love NARS foundation. I think they're really great. They're really long wearing. The quality is really great. They're really good shades as well. I tend to range between Syracuse, Tahoe, and Aruba. They recently released Phoenix in the mix of those shades, and I've been trying to find like swatches of them on YouTube, and I have not been successful. But I just picked up my regular shade of Tahoe from them, and I've already started using it, and it actually looks pretty good on the skin, and it matches pretty well. So I'm gonna give it a couple of more days where I can test it out with different primers, different stuff, powders and such, to see how it looks on my skin. But I feel like I've always just loved all of the NARS foundations, so I don't think this will be any different. I'm glad that I have this in my collection now because all the other ones, I like stored them away, or they're basically in my recycle bin, because I just like, it's been so many years that I got them that I don't want to use them anymore. So this is pretty nice. I started using it already. Pretty cool. And then I picked up 2 concealers also from NARS, and these are ones that I've also used before, and this is in the mini version, and it's in the shade Biscuit. It's their Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I've used this concealer in the past, and it's really good on the skin. I think that the last couple of years for my everyday makeup, I stopped using concealer, especially under my eyes. I've just taken my foundation and put it all over my face, but sometimes I don't really need foundation all over my face, but I just need some spot concealing. So I picked up this, but I think that the shade is still too light. It looks really nice like under my eyes, but it's still too light like around my mouth or like any areas where I have hyperpigmentation. And then the one I got for like around my mouth or like spot concealing is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS in the shade Caramel. I still think that I need to go one shade up, but I'm still gonna keep this because it does a really good job spot concealing on my cheeks, and it's really like long wearing too, and I think it's pretty opaque. So I picked these two up. And then for my hyperpigmentation, I have been like really like, I want to say like figuring it out in the last couple of years in terms of like really fighting color correcting. Like I think that color correcting like adds a step to foundation, like my makeup routine, so I try to avoid it as much as possible. So if I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, then I most likely won't need it at times. But if I'm wearing light coverage or light to medium coverage foundations, and that's what I've been wearing the last couple of years because I haven't been wanting to wear like a heavy full face every time. You can still see my hyperpigmentation, especially like around my like right here by the corners of my mouth, my chin sometimes, and I don't like how it looks. So I've been really fighting not using color correcting, but I really like the way natural lightweight foundations look. Sometimes my cheeks don't need foundation, they just need like an even tone that's light, right? But I've been struggling, and then recently I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up. And then my cousin told me, she gave me an idea that she's learned from her friends, is that they mix color corrector with their concealer for areas that are hyperpigmented. And I was like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. So I actually picked up the Huda Beauty full filter color corrector, the shade Mango, the mini version, to test that out. I got the mini version because I was like, I don't want to commit just yet. Let's see how this works out. And I've actually tried it for a couple of days, and it actually looks really good. So it's this shade. It's not like super orange, but it has like this muted shade. So I really like it so far. And I'm gonna see how it looks with different foundations, with light, medium, full coverage, and see what that looks like. And then I picked up the Huda Beauty Baby Bake Mini Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. That's a mouthful, but it's in the shade Banana Bread. I actually have the pressed version of it, and I really like it. So let me put it out for you guys. So I really like it. It's this is like compact, it's pressed. So I have never used any of these powders before, and this one came out recently, and I really like this. So after I used this for a couple of weeks, I was like, you know what, let me pick up the loose powder version of it, because for loose powders and for baking powders, I have used the Beauty Bakery flour powder for the longest time, and I swear they're probably really expired at this point, so I've gotten rid of all of them. I picked them up on a like Ulta haul one time when they were all on sale, and they're just old, so I stopped using them. And I really want to see how I like this. I already started using it for a couple of days now, and it does look really nice, especially like on the cheeks, under the eyes. I think it's very similar to the press version, but I think that on full coverage days, this would definitely help out. And I love that press version for a compact, like on the go version of it. So I'm pretty excited. I got this in the mini version as well because I don't want to commit yet to the big version. I also find these pretty messy, especially if we're wearing black and it just gets all, I don't like it. And then for the face, I picked up a Say Dew blush in the shade Chili. I also have a blush in from the same company, and this one is called Spicy, and this one's like a terracotta bronzy shade. So this looked really nice during the summer and fall. I feel like it basically was like doing dual job for me on the cheeks. So I picked up a pinkier rosy shade in Chili because I really wanted a newer shade. I like the texture of them. They're not super opaque, and they don't break up my foundation underneath. So this is a shade Chili, and it's like a nice pink. And then for my face, I picked up, let's see if I missed anything. I picked up the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. It's a mattifying setting spray. I heard a lot of good things about this. For my setting sprays, I've been using the Morphe setting spray for the longest time, and then I bought the one size setting spray. You can probably see it in my drawer over there. I bought the one size setting spray, especially for days where I would know I want my makeup to last really long. Apparently it's hairspray for your face. So it really does work. But I wanted something that like blur my skin, natural, like it sets it, all of that. And this sounded really good. It also got a lot of like good reviews online, so I was like, let me pick it up. And it has little balls in them, so I'm guessing there are some sort of like probably like ingredients inside that need to be shaken up before you spray it on your face. So I've also used this, and it makes my like foundation look like very airbrushed and smooth afterwards. So it's been pretty cool so far. Now I bought 3 eye products, and the first one that I'd like to share with you guys is the Urban Decay 24/7 Liquid Stick Retractable Eyeliner in the shade Melted Onyx. And this is basically a gel eyeliner with a really cool shape. So you'll see that it has this nice slant on it, and it glides on really easily. I like using this like pointy edge over here at the corner to really pull it out and get me that sharp wing. And then the other side has a smudger. It is pretty long wearing. I've used it for 2 to 3 days now, and it stays on pretty well. It doesn't come off unless like it mixes with some oils, or if you're like an oily person on your face, then and you rub your eye, it might move, but otherwise it stays put until you wash it off. The other thing that I got for my eyes is the Makeup by Mario Master Matte Longwear Cream Eyeshadow and the shade Sienna. And I've heard really good things about this. Apparently it does a really good job being our eyeshadow primer base. It's really good for like really just like liquid eyeshadow, not budging as much. And I picked it up because I like the shade. I wanted it for like everyday, smudging it out to show you guys what it would look like, but it's a really nice brown shade. I feel like it's good for every day. And I wanted a new eyeshadow primer because I actually don't use the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base as much anymore. So this is pretty nice. It is pretty matte, but I think that it serves as a good base for like eyeshadow looks. And then the last thing that I got for my eyes is from Patrick Todd's their Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in the shade We Need Better Lighting. Now this has been sitting in my loves section on Sephora for the longest time because I actually have 2 more of these and I love them. I have the shades what is this, Still at the Club and Do You Know Who I Am. I'll show you those in a bit, but let me just show you the one that I got recently. And this is such a nice like eyeshadow topper, or just on its own. I like using it on its own because I feel like it looks very natural, but it almost catches the light when you like move your eyes, look around, and it's just so pretty. I wanted one that's like cool toned white and then a like flat gold. And these are really good. These are pretty pricey, but I think that it's worth the money because they're pretty versatile in terms of like you can use it on like regular normal days, and also like full glam days. I just want to show you the other shades that I have because they're just so pretty. This is the shade Still at the Club, and it's like 2 bronzy shades. One does have a bit more, they both have like almost like these like cool tone silver shimmers in them. And then this one is like super bronze gold. Pretty cool. All right. And then I got a lipstick from Merit Beauty. And this lipstick is part of their signature lip collection, but these are the lightweight lip blushes. I actually have one of their satin ones. Let me just show you this. One of their satin ones, and this is in the shade Fashion, and I love this one. It's like this really nice like pink magenta shade. I love it so much. It's like super dirty. And then I picked this one up because I love Merit's packaging already, but this shade looked really nice. I like that lipstick, so I figured why not. I'm a sucker for like packaging, so I was like, yes, I want this. And this is a nice like blush tone muted shade. No. just like scrape the top off. I don't want to waste it. But don't you hate it when that happens? Oh my god, that's just like, that like hurt me. Okay, putting it back in here. But this is the shade, and it's like so light, but it's like a nice light berry tone. All right, and then that's most of it for my Sephora haul. And then I threw this in here because this is something I picked up recently too, but I've been using the Tower 28 facial cleanser for the longest time. I have like their full size or their value size bottle that I've been using, and it's a really good simple cleanser for your face. But I've been looking for something that will do all of that, plus will like add some skincare benefits to my skincare routine. And I recently picked up this facial cleanser from a company called Whipped. It's made in Korea. It's basically a whipped based vitamin C gardenia extract cleanser, and I started using this as well. I'm gonna see how that goes. But that has been the most recent haul from Sephora. I have been really trying to find a good routine of my everyday makeup stuff to use. I change up my whole makeup station because I miss wearing makeup as much as I love being like barefaced like this. I like my full coverage makeup days as well. I like my light coverage makeup days as well. But I really needed to brush up on my skills for makeup again. Because I spent so many years just like really not wearing full coverage makeup all the time. I feel like I know how to do really good full coverage makeup if I sit down to do it, but every day on the go makeup has been a challenge. So I'm figuring that out again, and I've been having some fun with just trying out new things. But once I find the things that I really like using all the time, I just want to keep replenishing them. I've fallen into the trap of like buying like new things as soon as they come out because there are these new claims, all this and that. And because of that, I've collected so much makeup over the last 10 years of my life that it's like too much consumption for makeup. And I started this journey last year where I was like basically going through my entire makeup collection, going through like what I like, what I don't like, and all of that. And then last year really like took a nosedive, and I didn't really get to spend time on that. So I'm really trying to get back into it because I love makeup. I love the way it makes me feel. I love having fun with it. I love learning about it, and I like sharing what I've learned about it as well. I think that's one of the fun things that I missed about my YouTube videos, is that I just was like this resource for my friends and whoever was watching, of like knowing about new things that are out there and they probably haven't heard about, or like things that might work for my skin tone, and people might share a skin tone or skin type with me and they're also unaware of what's out there. So I'm happy to do that research because I'm already doing it for myself, and I love to share that information out with people who are also in need of that information and can find this video as a resource to help them make decisions where they can find things and spend money on the things that will work for them or they'll like spending on. So thank you for watching this video. This was pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm planning on doing more lifestyle content. It won't always be just makeup. I have a really fun haul to show you guys from Milna Market, which was just held at Industry City just yesterday, to be honest, when I'm filming this. And I picked up such cute things. I picked up some original artwork, and I've also picked up some nice clothing pieces as well, and jewelry pieces. So I love to share that with you and share with you my experiences. I've been like trying to attend more events and be more conscious about things I buy, especially in person, because I don't want to buy online stuff anymore. I'm like, I don't want to buy from Shein. I don't want to buy from like fast fashion unless it's like important or something I really absolutely love, but I want to find quality pieces again. So that's that. That's my ramble. I really hope that this video is helpful. I hope that you're looking forward to my future videos because I can't wait When I first started making videos 10 years ago, I was so ambitious, but career took over, my life took over, and now I'm just like, I want to have fun again. And I'm glad that I'm actually sitting down and filming this right now because it's been on my mind for the longest time and I just need to sit down and do it. And this is literally my third try because I tried filming on my cousin's camera and it didn't record past 12 minutes. So I've literally had to rehearse this, I would say, twice before this third trial. And I feel like this version is pretty good. And this is on my iPhone and it looks like such good quality already. So anyways, I'm rambling now. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon again. Bye.